Hi there, welcome back to a new video. It's going to be a very chilled out one today, so grab yourself a cup of tea and I really hope you'll enjoy this. We've been away. This is the first video I'm filming in about 4 weeks, so it's a little bit of a time, and it's been 4 weeks since I've journaled. So I thought I would do a video about getting back into journaling when you've taken a break or if you've been struggling. So I hope this one will help you if you are feeling those things as well. Sorry, I've just ran up the stairs and I'm out of breath. I'm going to be journaling in my little storybook here, one I haven't journaled in for quite a while. It's quite a small basic journal, which I think feels easier. The pages are small, which feels less overwhelming. And I am going with one simple photograph, so we are keeping it super easy today. Oh, thank you, Aid, it just made me jump, and Aid just bought me a cup of tea. So that's what we're going to be discussing today, keeping it simple and keeping the journaling easy and not getting overwhelmed, but just enjoying what we're doing.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because for me personally, to keep going with journaling and to keep it easy, it's keeping consistent. But when you can't keep it consistent, what do you do? And there, I do kind of need to wean myself back into things because it doesn't seem to just come naturally. So for me, that means taking a smaller journal like what I've done today and just taking away the overwhelm, not doing like a huge, great big, like, page or double page with loads of photos and all these big ideas, because I know that I'm going to struggle with that. And so I just like to take it step by step. So today I've just, like I said, just got the one photo. I'm just going to go through my little junk box here, just scraps, and see what takes my fancy. I had the idea of just doing about the sunset and journaling about the seasons and how they make me feel. So just something that's really easy, not something I have to think a great deal about. And I'm liking the colours. I'm kind of wanting to be inspired a little bit by the colours of the photo, the sunset. So I thought I'd just have a little look through here and see if anything kind of catches my eye and just makes me think, oh yes, that's what I want to go with. Because at the moment I don't really have any idea. I did take that postcard. I don't know if you saw that. The postcard, the wording is on the page already. I'll show you in just a moment. And it was taken from a postcard that I made for my monthly kits. And it was one of the scraps in here, and I thought it would be really good, and it went really well with the actual photo. So that kind of helps me because a lot of the journaling is done. The colours are really pretty and they go really well with the photo. So that instantly kind of sets me up for the page. So now I've just got to find bits and pieces to go with it. By the way, I thought I would include this. Actually, I don't even think it was a postcard. I think it was something I did for one of my zines. So I'm actually going to include that as a free download for you. So if you would like to download that, I'm going to pop it on my website so you can grab it for free and then you can use it on a page. I think it's really cool wording, and I think I just Googled it, the actual meaning of what, I never know how to say it. Is it Higgy, Haig? I think it's Haig, isn't it? I don't know, I might be wrong. Let me know how to pronounce it. But so I'm going to go with all the colours. That photo, by the way, was just taken on the motorway, driving home from dropping our son off, or from visiting our son at uni. And it's not even a filter. I haven't edited it. It was just like that. The Wiltshire sunset. It was beautiful. So I thought that would be a really good one. I've got some washi tape here that I thought I would use. It was sent to me by a friend years and years ago of just little samples, and I could not get them to come off. And I was actually doing a Zoom at the time, and everyone always says to use a hairdryer or a heat gun too, because it helps with the sticky underneath. But obviously I was Zooming, so I couldn't have done that. But I was determined to try and get some of the tape off because I thought it went really well. So I kept trying, but just bits and pieces came up, which was really annoying. I still haven't tried that technique of using the heat underneath the washi, but if you've tried that, let me know if it actually works. I keep forgetting to go back and try it. But yeah, so I managed to get a little bit of the yellow, which I thought went actually even better. So, but I didn't have much joy with getting too much off. just a little bit. But I thought what I would do for this page is kind of like do this one as the photograph and then do a little bit of journaling on the other side, just about how I feel about the seasons. I've decided to embrace seasons. I don't like winter at all. I don't like the dark. I don't like the drizzly grey. And it just feels like it goes on for so long. So I have this thing, I've done it for the last couple of years now, that once we get to like the darkest night, the longest night, I then know it's countdown, and that from that day onwards it gets lighter and lighter, and soon before we know it, it's spring. So I'm trying to stay positive, trying to focus on the cozy in the darker months, and I have found that that's helped me actually get through winter. It is over quickly. It is only a couple of months. And just try and focus on the cozy. So I try and embrace each season now. Each season has something good, and I try and focus on that now. But I do have to admit, spring and summer, I do love. I just love the lighter months. I do love October or autumn for the coziness. I love all the pumpkins and all the colours and the fragrances. But I don't like the darker months, so I do really struggle with that. I really do. I'm just playing with some papers here. I've got some bits of note paper. The little bit there, it says bringing a little bit of. That was actually on a freebie in a magazine, and there was some wool inside. It was like a little weaving kit, and I really liked the actual little package it came in. You know, I think it might have been in, oh gosh, what was the magazine that we all loved? It was, I remember it coming out, lots and lots of fabric. It was so inspirational. I can't remember, but it always had a Molly Makes, that was it. It always had a good freebie. So that was kept off that because I knew one day I would want to use it. So I'm just going to go with some layering. I didn't really want to cover up all the wording and the page. I like the colour of the pages in this book, that kind of vintage look. So I'm going to leave a little border around the outside. And I quite liked the rainy afternoon, the wording at the top, because that kind of fits in with my season. So at this stage, I wasn't quite sure still where this page was going. But like I said, I was slowly weaning myself back in. I was just enjoying the process today of not overthinking and just enjoying what I was doing. So whether that be ending up covering up all the wording, certainly wasn't going to be doing that with this washi tape today, the tiny little bits that were just kind of coming off. But I just wanted to have fun with this. I knew I would needed to journal on this page as well, so that needed to be taken into consideration. I would need a little bit of space. I found the branding strip here, and it says, "Oh, happy day." And I kind of thought that would be really cute with the bringing a little bit of, oh, it was happy place, sorry, not happy day. So I popped that on as well, bringing a little bit of happy place, which is what a sunset is, or a sunrise. I just love them. I really do. They make me so happy seeing that clear sky. So I thought that would be a really good one. And then I'm just going to add a few more little junky strips here and there and just see what happens. By the way, like I said, I was doing a Zoom at the time. We have a couple of Zooms in our Patreon community every single month, where we all just get together, craft on whatever we fancy. Sometimes we do have a theme, but even then, anyone is welcome to do what they want. And today we were having a catch up because I've been away on holiday, which is, like I said, why I hadn't journaled for so long. We were just catching up, chatting about what we've been up to, what we've been creating, that kind of thing right now. We got on the topic, actually, it was quite a good topic of selling journals. There's a few girls that are wanting to do this now, and they've been making up the journals ready to sell. So that's something we discussed today on how to go about selling your journals, because quite a few people in the industry are doing that now, and we thought it would be a really good topic. Or it just came about, it wasn't a planned topic. We thought it would be a really good one to discuss, how to go about it, how to price up your journals, what other people sell them for. And it ended up being a really good topic to discuss, and along with some of the other craft things that people make to sell. So that was really good, and it was unplanned. But we thought the topic was just what we're doing about lately. But every single week or every single month when we have our Zooms, we have different topics and that, which is always quite nice. But I'll leave the link to my Patreon community down below, just in case you haven't seen it. I love the community. We have different downloads, we have extra videos, we have prompts and challenges every week. There's always something going on, and I'm actually going to be planning a really cool Happy Mail swap, a Crafty Happy Mail swap this month, so I'm excited about that. So if you are interested, I'll leave the link down below if you want to go and check it out. Different tiers offer different things, and even in one tier there's Happy Mail sent every month as well. It's a very, very cool gift this month, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, I'll leave the link down below for you.
Right, a few days later, and I am back at my desk. I didn't get straight back to it. First thing I'm going to do is grab my glue stick. This washi tape did not stick down well. I've actually had a completely different idea for this page, and I always say that, don't I? That if you're stuck or you're not quite sure to take a break, it really does work. And I haven't actually deliberately taken a break because I'm stuck. I've just been busy since we've been back from our trip, so that's the reason. But I did think about adding more layers, so instead, because I do like the crafty bit, I do want to keep that, I'm going to do some stamping instead. And it's so easy to forget your stamps sometimes. I have got a frame here, but I'm actually just wanting the top of it, and it says sweet. So now this wasn't very good because I haven't, this is what not to do with a stamp. I've actually managed to get some ink on the base bit here, and where I've pressed it down, I've pressed that down as well. So that has not gone too well because I've been lazy and not, oh that's better, and I haven't actually put it onto an acrylic block. So that's what's happened there. I'm going to add some of the cherries as a little, that's all right, that's okay. And then I've also got an arrow, so I thought I would do that one as well. I have put this one onto an acrylic block there. And I often find with stamping, it's never very perfect, but that's one of the reasons I quite like it actually. I quite like the imperfections of it. That's turned out okay actually. Let's do another one there. That's absolutely fine, and I might actually switch it up and add the arrow pointing towards happy place there. So that's all I'm going to do on there. Now I also had another idea whilst I was taking a break from this page. I am thinking about adding some vellum to this page and turning it into a pocket. So I'm going to cut the vellum more or less to size, slightly smaller, because I want to be able to see that lovely kind of like crafty colour background. Tracing paper will work, or you could even use baking paper to do this layer. That would work really well as well. I am going to add some some glue around the edge. Let's just do it like that, be easier. The problem I find with using double-sided sticky tape on anything translucent, you can see it through. And I didn't really want to on this, so let's stick it down and let's see if my idea works. I'm going to need to pull that over slightly. The other nice thing with using glue stick like this, you can reposition it before it stays down. Right, I am happy with that. So what I wanted was to be able to see my layers, which I can. I am now going, to take my craft knife and very gently, I do not want to go through, but I want to make a little incision. That has worked really well, like that. So as you can see, you can pop something in there like that. And what I am going to do is to take some paper. I need some note paper. Let's see what I can find. Got an old library card. Well, it's not an old library card, it's a library card. I'm going to fold it in half. And the idea is I'm going to pop my journaling on there, and that is going to slide here. There, and it's going to stick out like that. I fancy some kind of sunshine on there. That's what I'm thinking. Somebody mowing a lawn somewhere. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Let's see if I can do that on the vellum. Take this great big one, and I would like a sunny ink pad. I know this isn't going to be perfect, but I quite like that, to be honest. I'm going to see if I can get that a little bit better and get some of the mini ones done as well. Yes, love that. I could do with like a setting spray. I don't actually have a spray. Apparently you can use hairspray. I don't know if anyone's done that before. Let me know if you have. And then now I'm just going to do my journaling on here. I might actually do a little decorative edge around the outside and do the journaling in the middle. I haven't actually decided what's going on the outside. I need something. I might even do some lettering up the side. I think that could work really well. Right, let's grab a yellow pencil. And just to do a little bit of a border. I got asked recently what is my favourite brand of pencils, and that is, here we go, the Derwent ones. I love these. I just think they are absolutely beautiful. These ones are watercolours, Inktense. They are my absolute favourites. Such vibrant colours. Right, I'm going to journal. I'm going to journal in black, and I just want to talk about the different seasons. I am going to pop these letters on here, and I think these will stand out quite nicely. Actually, let's move them a little. I might do, I don't know, I wanted it quite discreet. I kind of feel some kind of like little tab top or something could be cute. Maybe a heart. Maybe I should add that to the top. I just feel like maybe I need something. I like these letters actually. These are from Bella Boulevard. I bought these from, or I got these sent to me by Paper Maze, so I'll do those as an ad gifted. I do quite like an alphabet sticker, especially a brightly coloured one. I think it kind of adds a bit of a statement to a page. Yeah, I'm thinking I might add a little heart to pop on the top there. Oh, you can't even see that, can you? Sorry. The thing with watercolours, I'm actually going to take this postcard that I made ages ago, and I'm actually going to cut a heart from that. Just pop that on there. I quite like that actually. That's so cool. I never thought to do that before. Let's pop that on there. I just quite fancied adding something there. I've well and truly smudged that sun. Let's make that look like it's purposeful. That's actually turned out really cool. I might add another one, a smaller one. that down the bottom there. I never thought to do that before on one of my postcards. No, I'm going to do it on the side. There. I'm really, really pleased with how that's turned out. Whoops. Completely not how I'd planned this page to be, but sometimes they're the best ones, aren't they? Got a little bit of everything on there, and then the hidden journaling in the side. The hope, which is the lighter evenings as spring approaches. I'm going to leave that to dry for a little bit, but I like how, as you can see, I've got bringing a little bit of my happy place, which is the sunset as the evenings get lighter towards spring. I'm really, really happy with this. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been quite a sort of like switch off one and just enjoy what I'm doing, and I think I kind of needed that to get me back into it again. Not one where I've had to think too much, but just enjoy the actual process. So this felt really good for me today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this too, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great week. Bye.